Hey, how's it going? It's me, your buddy, your best friend, I don't Manga, here with another video. I don't really know how to start these videos most of the time because it's just me spinning a wheel and being like, we're gonna do this. So if you don't know, I do this thing where at the beginning of every month, it's not really the beginning anymore, but at the beginning of every month, I spin a giant ass wheel of all the manga that I own and another wheel that's like a prompt. And whatever manga that is, I have to read at least a couple of volumes for that month. I will tell you now, little spoiler alert for my reading log at the end, I've already read a little bit of Ajin and a little bit of Oshinoko. Those are the two series I've read a little bit of. I don't own all of them, all the volumes at least, but I read a little bit of those. So if it says those two series here, I'm not going to do it because I'm reading through them this month, like from my own choice, my own volition, if you will. So our first series, that's the wheel right there. And if I press this button, this one right here, it'll spin it. And the first manga, March Comes In Like a Lion. Okay, I like this manga. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to go find it. It is, I see it. Right here. I own the first two volumes of March Comes In Like a Lion. I think Denpa doesn't release these too often. Obviously, they don't release anything too often because they don't release anything. They actually release a lot of stuff. They just don't release March Comes In Like a Lion. Well, they release a lot of stuff. They just don't. They release them like every 6 months for some reason. Well, I know why, but whatever. March Comes In Like a Lion. I heard from someone on the internet very early into my manga career that this was better than Your Lie in April. And Your Lie in April's top 10, top 5 favorite series of all time for me. So, obviously, when this was going to get printed in English, I had to buy it. 100% I had to buy it. So I got the first volume. I didn't really read it. I didn't really, I wasn't super interested. Got the second volume. Again, didn't really have like the courage to read it because I heard this is like life-changing. But I think the third volume's out and the wheel tells me to read shit, so I read shit. That is our first manga we'll be reading this month. Also, is this shit falling? Why is it such a weird angle? Okay. Wait, why is it? What the hell? All right, hide slice. I don't know why it like went like this, but we're doing it this way, I guess now. Our next series that we're reading. Fucking Black Clover, bro. Oh my god, I hate this series. I don't hate it. Grab 3 volumes. I don't hate it. It's not my personal favorite series in the world. I have a very big love-hate relationship with this. Black Clover, I read the first 7 volumes. Actually, I heard that volume 8, like something pretty big happens. So, yeah. Volumes 8, 9, and 10. If I want to read more, I'll read more. Fucking, I probably won't, though. Just don't care for Black Clover that much, honestly. I just don't, okay? I mean, it's good that I'm reading it, but goddamn, do I not care for Black Clover. Okay, hide that slice. Our third manga we'll be reading this month is Spin, 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 Spin. I would, but I don't own any more volumes of Blue Like that are already out, so I had that. A lot of these series I already read most of the volumes for. Oh, no, I actually haven't with Inuyashiki. It is, where is it? I actually don't know where it is. That's not good. Like, I know, I see it. I found it. I own a single volume of this. I actually have a very cool origin story with this. Very, very early into my manga career, I met this wonderful woman named Jennifer. I actually remember her name. And she recommended me 2 manga. It was Monster, which I read, loved it, and I actually didn't, at the time, I didn't remember what it was called, but she described the plot to me and I remembered the plot. And years later, when I heard this manga's plot, I was like, that's pretty similar. So, I read it. Well, I own it. It's actually the same author as Gantz, too, and I love Gantz. So, Inuyashiki is now part of the reading log, and I will read it. So, thank you to her. Monster, incredible. I don't know if she's watching this. She probably isn't. But if she is, thank you so much for the Monster recommendation. That was incredible. Inuyashiki is next. Yes, and I met her at a Barnes & Noble. It was crazy. And she was like, I don't know about an older woman. She was like around my age, maybe a little bit older. But, yeah, it's like great to see like adults as well getting into it. Because like most people I feel like who read manga are like high schoolers / like in college. At least in America. Okay. Now that we finished with this wheel, I would not like to roll anymore. It's an ad. I will go to my other wheel, which is the manga TBR prompt. There are, I don't know how many prompts there are, but there's a lot of prompts. I'll spin this, and it'll give me a prompt, and I will read it. I will pick a manga from that prompt. Comedy? Oh, action. I'm already reading Black Clover. Action manga. You know what? I'm going to pick a very unorthodox manga here. Should I? Yeah, I'm going to pick an unorthodox manga. I don't know if a lot of people would classify this as action. It's more of like a comedy / drama a little bit. But I'm going to say it's action because it includes ninjas. Kind of. It is Under Ninja. I'm reading volume 3. Again, by Denpa. Denpa releases some great manga. They just don't release them very well. And like the way they release them, like the quality of the manga is incredible too, but I don't know why. They just don't release them well. Under Ninja, I am picking. I read the first 2 volumes. I really enjoyed them. So I picked up the 3rd volume and I just never got the chance to read it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, and I'm going to read it. And the anime, sadly, is ass. Like, I remember, like, watching the first episode of it, because I like watching anime of manga I've already read. It was just so bad. Like, the animation was so ass for no reason. Alright, next spin. We're going to get, like, 2 or 3 more manga from this. I like doing this wheel more, because I get to have a little bit more. Okay, has different color spines. Let's look. What do we have? Can't pick Soul Eater. I was actually thinking about Soul Eater this month. Ooh, Vinland Saga would be a good choice. Vinland Saga is definitely known to have different colored spines. Full Metal Alchemist is a great one. Tokyo Avengers is a great one. Shit, what do I already have? I have Black Clover, March Coming Lion, Inuyashiki, and Under Ninja. Kinda. You know what? Let's add a little bit of spice to the mix. Let's add a little bit of spice to the mix. I had this for my last month. I didn't end up reading it. I was moving that month, and it was really stupid of me to make a wheel video when I read like half of that shit. Actually, I didn't even read half. I read like 3 volumes from the 20 I picked out. I'm reading Terraformers. I know it doesn't look like the spines change, but these characters on the bottom do, and I'm going to count it. And like there's enough color variation in the spine for me to be like, the spines have different colors. So I'm going to be picking Terraformers. A lot of these manga, I don't know, March Comes In Like a Lion seems like a very like moody, very slow-paced manga. Under Ninja is pretty slow-paced. Inuyashiki I don't really know yet. And Black Clover is just kind of generic. So I wanted to pick something a little bit different, a little bit more unique, something that's going to get me real excited, but also really confused, very quick, very weirded out. That would be Terraformers. And finally, maybe finally, I don't know, depending on how many manga I pick up. Here's our last spin. I'm so sad. Is there a female main character? Okay, female main character. I don't own a lot of these, but there are a couple I know of. I mean, I could pick Kaguya-sama, but I've read all of that already. Let's see, there's not really a lot that I own. I'm also counting, like, if there's two main characters and one of them's female, I'm counting that. Like a Dandadan would count, because the second main character is female. I guess technically One Piece would count too. God, I feel like Summertime Rendering has a female main character. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. Let's see. Perfect World would definitely work. You know what definitely works? The Promised Neverland. Let me go grab it. I read the first two. Let me go grab it. Ugh. Big chunk of it, too. The Promised Neverland, volumes 3 through 7. I don't know if I'll read all of this. I just grabbed the chunk of it. That's kind of what I do for all these series. Yeah, The Promised Neverland. What is there to say about it? Besides, the first 2 volumes were incredible. I love the first 2 volumes. Yeah, the first 2 volumes were like basically perfect. Not really though. I love the art style. I love this eerie creepiness that the characters feel. I love the atmosphere. This heightened danger that the reader and also the characters have. I love it. There's so many. I love like this enclosed space that they're in. Which represents, but also gives the reader the idea of just how trapped they are, how scary this lady is. So many cool ideas, so many cool things. But I do hear it kind of drops off later on, which is a bit sad. But I do like the first 2 volumes. I do really, really like the first 2 volumes of Promised Neverland. So I'm going to continue reading it. And I'm pretty sure the main characters, her name's Emma or something, I think. Okay, and that is the... You know what? This stack is looking a bit too small. I don't know what noises they're making from my basement. Don't ask me. I'm doing one more. Let's see what it is. I'm doing one more. I don't usually do one more. I usually do 3 and 3, but I'm doing one more. Okay. Adult main character. That's easy. I was thinking about Boys Abyss, but Boys Abyss, I'm pretty sure the main character is a child. He just goes through a lot of adult problems. Hunter x Hunter does not work. Tokyo Avengers kind of works, because the main character is an adult, but he goes into his kid body. Mashle does not work. Full Metal. God damn, there are no adult. And I want to read something that's pretty easy to read, because I already got all this fucking manga I gotta read. Shit! Alright, we're going to the other side. Berserk! Oh my god. I start reading Berserk for the first time ever. Shit, that might not be a bad idea. I don't know. Why is this so... Why did I do this, bro? Why did I can't think of one that, I could go Fist of the North Star, but that's, I don't want to. You know what? I'm gonna pick Master Kian. Master Kian. No, actually, because the anime's coming out. Fuck Master Kian. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, hell yeah. Orb. I'm reading this. I've heard so many good things about this, especially because the anime's come out. I've heard there's a huge fucking plot twist by the end of this volume. I've heard it's incredible. I heard everybody should be watching it. It's super popular. It's you know how every anime season has that one anime that it doesn't really, not a lot of people know about it in the beginning, but gets so good that it just picks up steam later on. Kind of like a Blue Lock, honestly. In that season, it was one of the biggest seasons of all time. And somehow Blue Lock still stood out and people still liked Blue Lock. That's what Orb is kind of doing right now. Because there's Dandadan, there's Blue Lock Season 2, actually, which is... People are kind of dropping that one. There's Blue Box, there's... What else is there? There was Uzumaki. And then there's Bleach as well. Huge fucking anime. And I still hear people talking about Orb. So, you know what? I'm giving it a shot. I own one volume. I'm going to read that one volume. And see how it does. We'll see. We'll see if I like it. I might buy a second one. I might do it. I might buy the second one if it's that good. I don't know. All right, that's going to be the end of the video. If you got to the end of the video, put a shark emoji. And I don't know why I do this. I just like doing this shit because I like seeing who gets to the end of the video. Put a shark emoji in the comments down below. Also, my Twitter, my anime list are in the description if you want to go look at them. Also, I mention this every video. I'm pretty sure you're tired of it. That's why I moved it to the back. But if you want any manga, manhwa, or comic reviewed by yours truly, leave a super thanks. It could be the lowest amount of $2. I will review it. Excuse me. I will review it. I've made a One Piece and a Bleach one. You can find those in like my videos or whatever. Like those, you can find them. If you like the style of those videos, feel free to leave your own manga. I will not pull any punches, by the way. If you recommend me the worst fucking manga of all time, and you send me $3 or whatever, and I read it and I say it's the worst fucking manga, like, don't expect me to say good things about your manga just because you paid me. Okay? Okay? Thank you. Goodbye.